Joe, Dylan, Steve. 1, 2, 3, 4. Chomp Chain with a Chomp Chain podcast. Chomp Chain with a Chomp Chain podcast. Chomp Chain with a Chomp Chain podcast. Chomp Chain with a Chomp Chain podcast.
I'm not ready.
Did that say 3, 2, 1 podcast? What the fuck
No,
was
it's the
that?
end of the opening song.
Oh.
I thought it said 3, 2, 1, fuck it.
No.
3, 2, 1, fuck it, let's go home. I'm out of here.
Saying, suck it.
All right, welcome to episode 11 of the Chomp Chain podcast.
Is it?
Is it? At Podcast Chomp on Twitter, I did it.
All right.
You mentioned you had something.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What do you got?
Okay.
There's a box next to
All
you.
right, yeah, let's settle down. We got a little too hyped up a minute ago.
Oh shit!
Okay. So, anybody who's been listening since the beginning will know that since like episode 4, so about 7 weeks now, I've been telling Joe, oh, I'm going to get you a gift, like a podcast housewarming gift when you move to your new place. That was a while ago. So, I finally got you a present. It's sitting here next to me. I'm going to hand it to you. It's taped with Scotch tape. It's not going to be hard to get open.
Okay.
So, we've made some references to some certain things, and
There's been references.
I
made.
noticed you had a little Mario up there, and
It needs a brother.
he needs a bud. He needs a bud, you
He
know?
needs a twin brother.
Right.
is what
I
you're
mean,
saying.
so just go ahead and open it and then tell the audience.
Okay. This is a natural reaction, by the way. I have no fucking idea what's in this box. What's in the box?
Mario.
All right. I'm opening the box.
Okay.
Oh, it's an Amazon box. Oh. Wow. Oh, dude, chill.
It's not Luigi at all.
Dude, this is fucking sweet. Oh my god. This box. Get this box out of here.
Hope that picked up on the mic.
It did. Hell yeah. Take a picture. We're going to be posting this at some point.
Tell
somewhere.
Tell the fans.
This is a Link. It's a Toon Link action figure.
It's the
Wind Waker.
Nendoroid is what the series is called. You know that little solid snake I have? The one I've posted on my Instagram?
The one you posted earlier today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the same one, but it's Toon
But
Link.
it's Toon Link.
Yeah.
Toon Link is my favorite character. In
He has
the Nintendo
multiple
universe.
faces,
Dude, this is
accessories.
I don't even know if I want to take this out of the box.
Dude, you have to take it out of the box. He has
Like-
so many cool accessories.
Have him give you a little thumbs up. Look at that.
Look how mad he
It
is.
comes with a little harpy.
Oh my god.
Anybody who's listening to this, Google this toy.
I'm gonna post a picture. Of
It's
it
amazing.
We'll tweet it or something.
So now I finally fulfilled
no, dude, this
the
is
prophecy.
incredible. I'm so happy about this. Even if it was Luigi, I was fully expecting Luigi.
I wanted to fill a box with Luigi stuff, and then at the bottom have the real present. I was like, this is too expensive for a joke.
Yeah, it's true. Would have been cool though, but no, this is great. Thank you. This is fucking awesome.
you're
I'm
welcome.
super excited.
Happy podcast.
Thank you. Happy podcast to everyone else. I'm gonna be putting that right up on the it's growing, but at this moment it's a little small. My action figure shelf.
You got Vegeta up there.
Yeah, Vegeta's up there.
Tom Brady.
TB12.
Yoshi.
Yep, Snoopy and
Snoopy.
Mario.
You have rubber ducks.
Is that Scorpion?
The Scorpion on a motorcycle. Yep. Yeah. So this is definitely gonna go up there once I'm done playing with it, because dude, this thing is fucking.
Dude, I
sweet.
can't wait for you to open that thing.
Oh, I'm gonna tear this fucking thing open real quick.
He has so many different faces.
We'll do an unboxing video.
We'll do an unboxing video. We'll be like
Just three
IGN.
faces.
Holy, it does have 3 faces. I actually didn't even see that down
Wait,
there.
he actually might have 4.
2 extra, 1.
He does
that
have
already
4.
has. 4?
Yeah.
Oh my god, there's another one. Dude, this is incredible. What did this run you, if you don't mind me asking?
It was only for $40.
What? You spent $40 on me?
Well, yeah, but you look at the action figure range, that's on the lower end of the action figure range.
Is it?
These prices are pretty high. I'm trying to get the Figma Solid Snake.
This is wonderful.
Things like $80, so it's just do I do it? I already spent a lot on my other Big Boss action figures. I don't know.
Dude, I'm super psyched to this. Thank you, Chris.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Sincerely, that's awesome.
You're welcome.
You didn't have to do that, but I'm happy.
I wanted it for myself, but I don't deserve that because I haven't played Wind Waker.
Oh,
so I was I need to buy this thing anyway. Perfect excuse.
You need to play
Housewarming gift.
Wind Waker.
Yeah,
And then
maybe I should do that.
Dude, the second you beat it, you're going to reorder this motherfucker
Yeah,
on Amazon.
it's an Ocarina of Time one. We gotta get that for Steve.
Oh, yeah. See, I love OOT too, but Wind Waker takes the cake as my favorite. Could be my favorite third
Dylan's
person.
gonna get Kirby. You don't even like
action
Kirby, do you?
game. No. You don't like Kirby?
I don't not like Kirby. But I never played a Kirby game
Yeah.
besides
I'm gonna
Smash.
see Dylan, the one who's talking. We can get you riding because he comes with a naked body covering his weenie.
Aw, I wish it came weenie included.
I know.
Robot.
Maybe it's attachable.
Robot child soldier wiener.
Yeah.
We're just getting the Oslo when it comes out.
No, I mean the Nendoroid.
Oh, I meant like just.
The big bad
Yeah.
ocelot. I want that thing so fucking bad.
What's the big bad ocelot action figure?
It's like, you know, my like big boss action figure, the Play Arts Kai, like 12-inch motherfucker, but it's ocelot.
That sounds neat.
It's like the only ocelot figure in existence.
Which what era ocelot is
It's
it?
Phantom Pain.
Oh, okay, so
Yeah.
cowboy ocelot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Spaghetti
it's
ocelot.
Troy Baker, the
Spaghetti
action
ocelot.
figure. Just taking a selfie.
Yeah. I
Hopefully you'll see it. All right. Okay.
guess. Video games now.
Now that the fucking fun's over.
Yeah.
Let's get down
back
to
being
beeswax.
Serious and sad. So if I just move the mic, it's gonna be an awful noise.
It didn't.
Like I'm not like Chris who's just smacking it around.
Yeah, I get a little aggressive on the mic. It's like I'm boxing it out, like playing basketball.
Who
going
wants-
up for the rebound on the mic.
Who wants to go first? In video game
Hold
talk.
on. Can we keep it happy for like a couple more minutes? Come on.
You're really
Oh,
asking
it's
something.
sad time now.
Yeah.
It's Thursday.
All right,
Thursdays
whatever.
are always fun.
Our thing.
And the workday's over. Yeah. I mean, it's past what? It's like 9 o'clock, right? We can be fun.
Roundabout.
We can be fun for a couple of hours.
All right.
Well, when was podcast day? Yesterday?
Yes, it was.
Podcast day was yesterday. We got a lot of love on social media, which is fantastic, and we thank every one of you who contributed. And we're approaching the 1,000 download mark, which is a big fucking deal in my eyes.
Yeah.
In the grand scheme, that's not a huge number, but it means that people are listening. More people are listening than we thought, which is great.
I actually listened back to an old episode a couple days ago, and we were all just joking about how like 5 people listen to us,
Right.
and that was pretty much true.
At
Like,
the moment, yeah.
At like episode 4 or 5, there was nobody listening to us.
Yeah. Once we got, it was like episode 6 or 7, I feel. People started
The
finding
first
us.
one that CJ retweeted on Twin Humanities was episode 3, but that was like an older one. It was just because I think it was the only one we had uploaded to YouTube.
At that point,
He did his
yeah.
very best to listen
Yeah,
to us.
and he put us on the map as
Yeah.
far as new listeners go,
Yeah.
which is awesome. We couldn't thank you guys enough. And we're looking forward to growing and getting more people listening. And even if we don't, you know what? We're all having a good time with
Yeah.
this.
And
People
we're-
like listening. so
we're all part of like
Dylan spilt his coffee all
Dylan's-
over himself.
I can't not spill my
Yeah.
coffee. Steve's been watching me.
Oh.
I'm just tightening the shit out of the cap and I'm sipping it and it's still
Just
fucking
take the
going
cap
down.
you probably
I
broke.
will.
That's
you
what I
probably
have to
broke
do.
the seal because you tightened it too much or something.
It's not that tight.
You can get a cup
Just
if you
dribble.
want.
No, it's good. It's my favorite. It's my Beatles mug.
It is.
Yeah, it
It's
says
'cause-
revolver. Like Ocelot.
Chris, are you throwing up?
No, I was burping. That's because of the condensation. I think it's on the roof of the thing. Oh no, fuck it, you just spilled more on you. Never mind. Anyway, yeah. So, regardless of anything, any people listening to us, we now have these like friends on Twitter that we talk to,
Yeah, and friendship is
video
huge.
games.
We love friends.
and they have we listen to their podcasts and everything.
Ma-
We're part of
they're-
this now.
they're
Where
mates. Mates.
2 months ago we weren't. So,
Yeah.
as always,
So thanks
you.
for the love, everybody.
okay.
Let's get sad now.
Let's get sad now.
Video
Joe.
games.
Last week, I forgot about this until just now. Last week, I meant to tell you all my dream. I had a dream, and I built it up, and then I didn't say it. Doing it again now, building it up, and I'm not going to say it. No. All right, so I had this dream, and in the dream, I was asleep. I should say that I never dream. My dreams never take place in my current home. All of my dreams were in the house that I grew up in. This dream, and Joe, you're going to like this one. So, I'm lying in bed in this dream next to my girlfriend.
Wait.
Yes.
Current girlfriend?
Yes.
Okay.
Jesus.
Well, that's a valid fucking
Yeah.
question.
No, that's
Could be
fair.
dream girlfriend,
That's
you know?
that's
Who
fair.
knows?
No. It was just my real girlfriend from
Wasn't Scully.
real life. Because I think I had this dream because we had like watched some scary movie like a couple nights before. She wasn't there the night that I had this dream. But the last time she had stayed over, I think she woke up from a nightmare because of the scary movie we watched. And so like in the back of my head, I was like weirdly a little bit paranoid about that happening again because I just like felt bad. I have a really old house and it's kind of creepy at night. But so in this dream, Mario. In this dream, I woke up and I heard somebody like walking around downstairs. Now you guys know my room. It's up on the second floor, but it's like separate from the rest of the house. It has its own staircase and everything. So in this dream, I woke up and was like, oh shit, somebody's downstairs. Like there's somebody in my house. And so I reached behind my desk and pulled out a wooden samurai sword, the exact ones that me and Steve had when we were little. Like I haven't touched one of those things in years, but it was the exact one that we had. And I was like, all right, Jess, we're going upstairs. Just stay behind me. I'm going to find out what's going on. And this was like in the dream. It's at the moment, it's scary. And I'm like, fuck. All right. We go downstairs. I creep down And as I'm coming around the corner at the bottom of the steps, boom, there's just somebody there in my house, just standing there. Who's he have in his hands? Master Cheese. Sully, my cat. He's holding him. He's trying to steal my cat. He is a literal cat burglar. So I hit him with the samurai sword, the wooden samurai sword, and it hits his arm. And he's like, oh, fuck. He drops with the one arm, but he's still holding the cat. And now he's running over to the other door. He's like, he's wounded, but he's determined to now steal my cat. And he's going for the door. He's trying to get it open, but his arm's all busted. In the other hand, he's holding the cat, who's just sleeping soundly, unperturbed by this cat burglar. And then I'm like, oh shit, what do I do? For some reason now I'm in like dream state and I can't move. And I'm like, he's gonna steal my cat. I'm doomed. This is the worst. I'm having a nightmare. This sucks. And then out of nowhere, flying over the table, dressed in a karate outfit, comes Joe 10.
No way.
And he karate chops this guy in the head. Knocks him out. The cat runs free. And then I woke up.
Dude.
And I was going to text you, but I was like, no, I have to save this for the podcast. You were dressed full on in your karate gi, like ready to take down cat burglars.
Oh, my Lord.
Out of nowhere, barefoot. You were barefoot.
Of course I was. I'm in a karate gi.
So that's the karate
What
dream.
color was the karate gi?
It was white.
Ugh,
It was
that
white.
stinks.
You had a black belt on, if that means anything to you.
Well, white is traditional karate gi.
You had a shaved head, so this was like past Joe 10.
Oh, it's like fucking Krillin.
Yeah, you looked exactly like Krillin. For a second, I thought, oh, what is that? And then no, and then I realized
I get that a lot.
you
People,
karate chopped. You saved my cat. You saved Master Cheese.
that's incredible.
Yeah,
This is my favorite podcast
Yeah.
so far.
yeah.
I'm the star of your dream. I got a fucking gift.
That's why I bought you the gift.
See?
That's
why
funny. I
he's-
was like, you saved my cat. I have
You
to do
saw
it.
one. It was like $20, and you're like, I owe him 20 more. For
It was better than the last stream I had where I fucking called out Steve's name in my sleep.
Oh my god, that's
that
fantastic.
was what, episode 1 or 2 that I told that
I
story?
think that was one.
That was an old one. Doesn't matter. It's not important. Don't correct us on it.
Oldie but goodie. Go download that shit.
Yeah. Whew.
Well, it's still up
Yeah, I mean, we got enough space to keep it up for a while.
for a little bit.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to eventually.
I don't know if we're gonna have to do that for quite some time.
I think we're at about like 700 megabytes of storage out of our 2
Yeah.
gigs. So you can probably get up to like episode 20, 21 before we have to start cutting
Yeah,
shit.
which is fine because they'll be on MediaFire and YouTube. So at that point, it's
And you could also just like send us a DM and we'll get
send
it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
No
make it
worries.
happen.
no worries, listeners.
Have you ever heard like the idea that everybody in your dream is you? It's like you're personifying your different parts of your personality through other.
So I'm Karate Joe.
So like when you're feeling at your most helpless and your most needy, you want to like conjure this image of Joe 10 in a karate gi, fucking karate chopping bad guys saving your cat. That's
That makes sense.
yeah,
That makes sense.
it does.
Definitely.
I think I would probably have a similar
Yeah.
dream
Yeah.
character.
I think we all would.
Yeah, you're a swell guy, Joe.
That
Thanks, fellas.
It kind of reminds me of another story, but I've just been going off. So maybe
Hey,
I'll save it.
pop off. It's Happy Cast.
Okay, happy
No,
cast.
it's sad cast. No.
So well, this kind of ends poorly. So I was playing. Now we'll talk about video games now. I was playing Dark Souls 2. Steve, I was telling you this earlier. I was in the Huntsman's Cops. Okay. Yeah. So I'm in this area of the game. Anybody who's played the game knows it. I'm going through whatever, and I kept dying at one part. You pass through like a small, rocky area, and like these like sentinel guys jump down and they attack you, and I died too many times. So I was like, okay, time to slow it down. Be patient. That's a big problem for me. I'm very impatient with these video games. But anyway, I'm kiting these guys, doing my thing, killing them one by one, and then I finally make it to a little like drawbridge. No, not drawbridge. Like wooden rope bridge. It's a bridge, just a shitty bridge. And at the edge of the bridge is like the boss area, but there's a dark spirit that I have to fight in front of it. And so I'm finally like I've made my way through all the sentinels in front of it. Took my time, finally going up the bridge. And as I get up there, I aggro the dark spirit, and then I realize, shit, I forgot to kill one of the sentinels. He's now behind me. I see a summon sign on the ground. Anybody knows Dark Souls, you can summon certain NPCs and other players. So I'm thinking it's an NPC because it's right in front of the boss. So I do like a dive roll, take a major hit, and I'm like, fuck. Lose like half my health from this dark spirit character with a giant sword. But then I roll back again, and I summon this person, and it's a player, not an NPC. And they arrive, and I'm just like, fuck yeah. I thought I was in so much trouble because the sentinel's here, this dark spirit's here. and I just see this motherfucking high level, decked out, looking like Supremo badass guy with this giant shield and sword. I'm like, fuck, this dude's rad. Like we're about to fuck shit up. So he goes and he's like, I take out the Sentinel like before the guy even comes. So I'm like, all right, now it's me and him versus this Dark Spirit. They're not called Dark Spirits. I just can't remember what they're called.
They are
Are they?
technically. Well,
Doesn't
I know,
matter.
like when you get invaded by the fake ones.
Yeah.
The Dark Spirit, whatever invades.
And so we get back onto this bridge, and the guy I summoned is just fucking up this Dark Spirit. And I'm like, hell yeah, this rules. And I'm like getting closer, trying to help. And then I'm like, oh wait, no, we need to back off and get off this bridge. It's really, really easy for somebody to fall off this bridge right now. And just as I had that thought, just as I've backed up enough, the dude gets like hit and then just like falls back a little bit too far, and he falls off. This player who came in like a badass to help me just fucking falls to his death. It's like this was all in a matter of like 15 seconds. It was like that. It happened wicked fast. And so now I'm just like shit. And then I go into like rage mode, like I have to avenge this guy, and I run towards the Dark Spirit, just like boom, 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 chucking this health, just taking him down. I'm acting a little reckless, but I'm taking him down. And then one hit left. One hit left on this motherfucker. Y'all know what's gonna happen. He puts his shield up, I hit his shield, and I just fucking bounce off and fall off the bridge. I just fall to my death behind this guy. I tried to avenge him. I tried to like make good on his death, and I died the exact same way. So that's my story.
Ouch, man.
It was better in the dream when I summoned Joe 10 and
Yeah.
he fucking karate chopped that cat thief in the head.
I couldn't be there that time. I'm sorry I let you down.
Yeah.
I would have karate chopped him in the shield. and
Oh, I know
probably-
you would've.
I probably would have met the same fate as you, though. I would have flung right off and splat. You know, in the virtual world, anyway. I don't know about dream world, but things could have been a little different if I was there.
You were always coming through in World of Warcraft, I'll tell you that much.
Oh yeah, I would just appear out of nowhere. And boom.
Yeah.
Remember when you
Ruin
made
the
that guy
enemy's-
quit?
Made that guy quit.
Can you tell that story?
Did we tell that already?
I think we did. I'm pretty sure we did.
I don't know if we told it in great depth, but
Tell anyone.
I remember
It's a
it
great story.
vividly.
I'll give it a quick rundown. We were ganking Horde. Where were we?
We were in Stranglethorn Vale.
STV ganking
Hell yeah.
Horde. I was a mutilate rogue at the time where mute rogues were like easily the best PvP class.
specific.
Well,
I think we were
a big
on.
deal.
Steve and I were on our low levels, and
Yeah,
we were
yes.
ganking Horde, and then
And then you got ganked by an 85.
Yeah,
and I
or an
came,
80.
Or an 80 at the time. And I came to rescue you two. And there was another mute rogue, Horde, 80 as well, who was killing your low-level characters. And I showed up, and I just jumped him and just fucking trounced him in like 2 hits. And then
He
kept coming back.
He was coming onto like another account,
On
like
Alliance.
a trial account on Alliance, messaging you and being like, "I want a rematch," and he kept coming in to like talk to you and then logging back into Horde.
Yep.
what he wasn't just saying I want a rematch. He was saying like, "Fuck you, you're a loser. I have a hot girlfriend.
Yeah, he
I'm
made
a
it-
college student.
He made it personal.
I'm like a medical student. Like you're some loser, and you can't even beat me at World of Warcraft. So let's go. Let's go again, dude. Let's go, bro.
and then
You PC?
we fought. We fairly fought. Like we both started visible, went invis, and went at it at least twice, and I fucking ruined him both times. And then he logged back on and was like, he's had some shitty excuse. And I was like, you know what, dude? I haven't replied to any of your whispers, but I'm gonna be standing in the STV arena, visible. You can get first hit and jump me, and if I win, this is over.
Joe's EPing was out.
Yeah.
Did you guys
So-
forget about the term EPing?
No.
Because I did
I mean,
until
yes,
just
I did.
now.
And that's exactly what happened. He jumped me when I was visible, and I popped my cooldown real quick.
We should just also say that all of us and at least one other person, we're all standing around watching this.
Yeah. At this point, he
In-game.
wasn't attacking you guys anymore. So yeah, he got first hit like I allowed, and I ate this guy for dinner. dude.
Inhaled.
I inhaled. him.
Kirby.
And so then he
Except then you become him.
he
not this time.
He
All this
disappeared.
action, yeah.
And didn't log onto Alliance for a while, and I was like, oh, he must have got the message that he was completely terrible and out of my fucking league, like most people in PvP at that time. So then about 10 minutes go by, and he logs back in, and at this point I'm like, what is he going to say now? And he's like, you win, dude. Like, I lose, you win. I have no friends. I am a loser. I'm quitting World of Warcraft. Blah, blah, blah. What do you remember exactly what
I
he said?
actually have
The screenshot?
A screenshot.
Yeah,
of
we're
it.
going
I'll
to tweet
find
that
it.
out at some point.
But it was very much like, dude, I'm sorry I fucked with you. Like, I was just being a dick, and and I don't think I'm gonna play this game anymore. I
quit.
I don't have any. I don't have a hot girl. I'm not a med student. I live with my parents.
Yep,
Like
he lied about everything.
I'm sorry.
Like I broke this motherfucker. I broke him completely, and he just spit up all of this shit to me. And I don't even know how I responded. I think I was just like, okay, and just blocked him or something.
Piece of alliance shit.
I'm pretty sure you just said tell all your friends, something like that.
And then we told the guild, and everyone freaked out. And you sent the screenshot to everybody in the guild. And they were like, ah. Yeah, I became pretty famous that day in the guild.
Good times.
Balrog.
Yeah, that
I
was
wonder
fun.
where.
Of alliance shit.
I wonder where that guy is now.
Probably doing similar things, I'd imagine.
Probably not a med student with a hot girlfriend.
Probably just always looking over his shoulder. But every game he plays, it's just like, oh god, is he coming for me now?
Yeah, he just didn't quit, but he just continued on his WoW career
No, I
with
mean, like,
PTSD.
he quit WoW, but like every other game he plays,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just like this game doesn't have PvP, but I gotta
He's
make sure he
he's
doesn't come out of
Kaz in the
nowhere.
Phantom Pain trailer. Like, why are we still here? Just to suffer.
Balrog. That was
Yep.
you.
That was me. It was not a Lord of the Rings reference. It was a Street Fighter reference.
Yes, that's right.
Balrog, but like Rogue because you played
Right.
Rogue.
Yeah. Not the big black boxer.
Yeah, I'll
dude.
say it off the mic.
But yeah, so that's what that was. What the
Yeah.
hell? What were we talking about before
I
that
don't
little
know.
tidbit?
Oh, I got a tweet earlier that a request to talk about something from
Get up to the mic.
yeah, sorry, it's at Mike Tenorello on Twitter.
Oh, I
Joe,
think-
you
I think
might
I know that guy.
you might know him as your brother.
I met him once or twice.
Yes, okay. So he said that we should talk about or I should talk about because I'm the only one who played it, the Witcher expansion.
It's
And-
been enough episodes. You can have at it.
I can have that The Witcher again.
We gave the listeners a nice break.
Woo!
Go ahead.
All right. Well, taking a break from Metal Gear too.
Beat it up, buddy.
Yeah, I actually didn't read too much about it because I want to be a little bit surprised. I read about it a while ago, but anybody who doesn't know, Witcher 3: Hearts of Stone. It's the first like major expansion pack coming out. I think it's supposed to be 10 hours long, and all I've seen from like the one little trailer is Geralt being like he's being dragged, like he's tied up or in chains, and then he's in jail, and then somebody comes and like makes a deal with him, like you're gonna get out of jail if you're gonna come help me. That's all I know. But all I know is that I don't know how you guys feel. Maybe you can relate to this on like other games. Maybe Steve with Destiny, something like that.
What's up?
But like, I poured a ton of time into The Witcher, and then I got kind of burnt out on it. But now it's been maybe a month or two since I beat it. Not sure how long, but it's like that's been enough time where now I'm like, it's a game that I really, really love. I love the characters, I love the world and the story. Like I played The Witcher 2. I read some of the short stories and one of the novels, and some of the graphic novels. Like I'm super into The Witcher. Like I'm in. It's not just The Witcher 3 for me. It's like a whole thing. But I still got burnt out, and I still needed. Joe's just looking at the picture of himself holding his new Toon Link action
On
figure
his own Twitter.
on his own Twitter.
Yeah, we're giving it some love. It's a great picture.
It is a great picture. Yeah, no, I'm super psyched to go back into this. There's a 10-hour DLC being released now, and I think in like January, February, there's another 20-hour DLC.
So it also you have to buy that though. It's not free.
No, it's not free. They released
That
their
would be
free
more, you
DLC
think,
before.
or-
They've
They
only
were-
said that they were going to do those two. They're working on that Cyberpunk game.
Oh yeah,
Um,
forgot that.
so they'll probably go full steam into
I
that
think it's
once.
interesting.
Yeah.
I want to give it a shot. I don't have no idea what.
I mean,
what it's about.
they
because
make
it's just
good
that one
games.
trailer. Yeah.
So they've only gotten better. Much like the Metal Gear series, it's always improved on the gameplay.
Konami did come out recently and say that they are still planning to make a new Metal Gear.
Yeah, Konami.
Yeah. and it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah. I don't
No one
fuck.
cares.
I don't give a
You
fuck.
fucked up, guys.
Yeah. You fucked up, Kaz? Is that what you
You
said?
fucked up, guys. I don't care about cops.
Yeah, Witcher. I don't know. I've none of you guys have played it, right?
No.
I don't know how many people maybe who listen to us have played The Witcher 3 because it was such a huge monumental game. And other than Joe, other than your brother, I haven't talked to anybody who played it, which is weird.
He loves that
Yeah,
game.
I remember ran
He
to him
speaks-
in the parking lot of the supermarket, and Tara, his fiance, was going in. She was like, "Oh, go say hi to Mike." And I walked up to him and I was like, "Mike, this is my first time leaving the house today." It was like 5 p.m. I was like, "This is the first time I'm leaving the house today. I've been hunting down the School of the Bear armor." And The Witcher 2 literally took me like 7 hours. It was
Yeah,
disgusting.
he speaks very highly of that game.
Yeah.
He played the first two as well. But he loves it. It's one of those like AAA fucking have to play super huge open world games, and 99% of those are good games. It's just that I really struggle to get into those games and stay stay into it. I'll start playing them and then I get into it for like a week or even sometimes like maybe a couple days.
Yeah.
And then I forget about it and I don't want to I have no interest in playing it. Sometimes I don't have time to play it. And recently I've been kind of staying away from those games and playing like games where you pick it up, put it down, pick it up, put it down at your own pace. But the reason I'm waiting is because I want to do that with Fallout. When Fallout comes out, that's going to be the first one of those games where I get into.
The Witcher 3 you can come back to in a year or 2 years.
Exactly.
You know? It'll still be there.
When
It'll
I'm
still
a little
be
more
good.
ready for it. But it does look great. And he was telling me about Gwent, the card game.
Yeah, the card game. If you
the
pre-ordered
music-
like the real like physical version of the expansion, you got just a download code.
Yeah.
But you also got real Gwent cards.
That's sick.
I wanted them wicked bad, but I missed my
They're
opportunity.
making a standalone Gwent.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
That's good because that game's really fun.
I know. I've heard
It's
good
super
things.
easy to pick up. I feel like it starts to get just like any card game or any
Gets a
good
little
game.
deeper.
The more you learn, like the higher the skill bar gets raised, the more complicated the game gets. But
Oh,
at its base level, it's very simple.
For sure.
And that's what I liked about it.
Yeah. Card games are big right now, man. They can that could
Especially
be
with
huge.
Hearthstone. Like,
Oh god, in Magic.
but it's just funny that this is called Witcher 3 Hearts of Stone. Whatever, they don't care.
That
They
is
do their
cool.
own thing.
Yeah, he was showing me the Gwent music that is on in
I
the
love it.
background. Dude,
I
it's
love it.
great. Great stuff. It does look that game really does look great, but that's something I'm really gonna hold on.
Yeah,
probably
and
play in a
I'm
couple
not
years.
the biggest Witcher fan, and I wasn't the biggest Witcher fan, but it was something I was definitely into, and I was into it enough to read the books.
right.
Like that world is just super cool to me. It's really just like you always hear about like, oh, this is the dark version of a fairy tale, huh? But like these are just really like dark versions, or not even just like dark thematically. I guess like sometimes they're just grounded in like real, like the reality of a fairy tale. Like you need like there's in one of the stories of one of the books, one of the short stories, is this character has been turned into a monster, and only a true love's kiss can return him to a human. And so he has all these women come and stay with him. Like he looks like this hideous monster, but he pays traders to like have their daughters come and live with him, and he spends the month with them. And then at the very end, he asks for a kiss. Like he doesn't do anything. He just like feeds them and whatever. And at the very end, he asks for a kiss, and it's never true love. So he doesn't realize that,
Right.
and so he can never turn back into a human. And then this monster starts living with him, and that's what leads Geralt to this guy's mansion. This mansion out in the woods, and he's led by a trail of bodies, basically. And Geralt goes in there, and his job is to kill monsters. And he sees this guy, and this guy like looks like a bear, I think, or something like that. He like tries to get all scary and scare off Geralt, and then he sees the silver sword. He's like, "Oh fuck, that'll kill me." Just kidding, dude. Like just be cool. And
I'm a
Geralt's
super
like,
nice monster.
and Geralt is cool. Like he doesn't kill monsters unless they're evil
Right.
or they're causing harm. So he'll often just like let things live if they are not going to bother anybody. So he's like, all right, dude. And then he gets to talk, and he finds out about the whole like girls coming to stay with him thing. And like, he's like, all right, well, I still got to kill this monster that's living with you. Like, that's not a girl that you think it is. It's a monster. And Geralt gets in a fight with this monster, the girl one, and she's about to kill him. And then the man beast, sorry if this is confusing, the man beast decides, I have to save this Witcher, Geralt. I have to kill this girl who's been staying with me. He stabs her, and at the very end, she like pulls him
Kisses him.
to her, kisses him, and then he turns back into a human, and he realizes this monster girl that he just killed truly loved him.
Yeah.
And then Geralt's like, sorry, that's just the way it works, man.
That's
Peace.
awesome.
And he just dips. But like, so like, it was that kind of story that led me into this video game.
For sure.
So
Yeah, the
a
storytelling.
lot of people are
seems-
like, oh, just more side quests, just more of this, just more of that. But like, it felt like a living, breathing world to me.
That's what I was going
And
to
you
say.
get to be the coolest dude in that
The
world.
world seemed super active when I watched videos and whatnot.
It's
it
a
seems
war,
great.
it's a world that's at war. Like shit's just going down, and it's like a very long, complicated story
Yep.
that you almost don't even need to know about because you're just in the moment as Geralt,
Yeah.
kicking butt.
Yeah. It looks great. I've only heard good things, honestly. People compare it to Skyrim. People say it's better.
I think I like it more.
Yeah. That's impressive.
I am a fanboy, but it is like kind of an unfair comparison.
Sure, yeah, they're
No,
very different.
I
games.
know.
And just given the fact that 2011 versus 2015 in
absolutely.
gaming is much,
it's
much
also
different.
like a different type of
Can
game.
I say something, Dylan, that might make you a little bit more upset?
Go for
Both
it.
games from 2011 came out 1 month apart. I think I like Dark Souls more than Skyrim.
Oh,
Doesn't matter.
Obviously, because you read that article, you know that Dark Souls
Yeah.
is better than Skyrim.
Right.
You don't remember that article that came out that compared the two of them?
My bad.
Stop squeaking.
Which
You
article?
You remember that article? I think it was an IGN
I remember.
article.
It was an IGN article. Yeah.
That was like comparing like, oh, which better?
Like, oh yeah,
Dark-
Dragons and Skyrim are better.
No, they said Dragons and Dark Souls. There.
Oh, that's right,
It was
that's
very
right.
like pro Dark Souls. It was comparing Dark Souls and Skyrim, and it was like everything. It was like the dragons are better in Dark Souls. There's a better story in Dark Souls. It was all shit. And it was like No, like you're comparing two completely different types of
They're
games.
just like
But it's the same thing with The Witcher. The Witcher and Skyrim aren't the same type of game.
Yeah,
They're both
I didn't
fantasy games, but
didn't
that's
think so. Yeah, that's where it ends. It's like you're trying to compare. I don't know. I don't want to make an example. It's like they're not at all the same type of game. They don't play the same
it almost
way.
feel like comparing Skyrim and Fallout because like being like, well, their stories are like.
But at least they're both open world
Yeah.
RPGs where
The Witcher, but
yeah, I know. But The Witcher has like you're a main character. Yeah. You don't get to make your own character.
No,
you don't. I just think that it's
Get to style your beard though.
yeah, but
hey, there you go. Well, yeah, same with Mass Effect. Like you could make your guy look different, but he's still the same character with the same.
Shepard with the same. Not that great voice. Sorry,
I just think.
Sorry, Mark.
I just think it speaks to Skyrim that
good voice acting.
people are still
That's
comparing games to
Yeah.
it, saying,
Yeah.
"Well, it's better than Skyrim." It's like, okay, well then.
Yeah, regardless of anything, Skyrim is a landmark game.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
bar.
it's sold
Even
a
with
lot.
all of Oblivion and Morrowind and Arena and Daggerfall, almost forgot that one. Even with all those games, like Skyrim is still that's the bar. That's when Elder
That's the one
Scrolls
that, like, everyone
became
played.
mainstream. Like I know, like everybody like wasn't as cool as us. Not everybody's like as big gamers as us. Like they didn't. No, I'm just
Stop.
kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. Well, yeah, that's when Elder Scrolls went
Listen to
mainstream,
any
and in
other
a big
podcasts
way.
first.
I feel like that's kind of when this type of RPG went mainstream. Like, of course, there was Fallout 3 was popular. Oblivion was popular. There's been a dozen games like of that nature that were popular amongst gamers. But Skyrim, you say Skyrim, people know what you're talking about. Like,
They don't know it's an Elder Scrolls
Yeah.
game, but they're just like, oh yeah, I played.
I know,
Skyrim.
yeah, I know what Skyrim is. Like, my girlfriend knew what Skyrim was, and she doesn't play video games.
No,
You know?
everyone knows what it is.
That's not true. She does now. I saw
Oh.
that fucking Instagram post.
Yeah, she's completely
Persona?
hooked on Persona 4.
Dude, when
Yeah.
I saw that Instagram post, I laughed so hard.
And I texted her before I came here. I was like, yeah, I'm going to do the podcast. And she was like, said she was going to play some game like on her PC and like with like ... after it. And I was like, you just want to play Persona, don't you? She's like, yeah.
Did she beat it?
No, she's pretty far in it though.
Is it like at her house? She's borrowing it?
No. She like refuses to take it because she like
We'll dump so much time
Yeah.
into it.
plus Persona 4 Dancing All Night's out, and I'm gonna need to play that. So
What is that? Like a DDR
So,
kind of game? Rhythm
yeah,
game?
it's on Vita, but
Oh, so it's just
so
a
the
rhythm-
misconception is that you're just dancing, but apparently it's like a visual novel. It has a 12-hour story.
What?
But like the event things that you do are dancing. Like the game's already out. I don't have mine yet. My collector's edition got delayed. I thought I was gonna miss it like with The Witcher, but they shipped it out. It was just delayed
That's
for some
good
reason.
then. There you go.
So, yeah, it's like one of the characters. She's like a pop idol star, and she like returns to the stage, and she's nervous to start. So she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna call one of my friends that I met during Persona 4, and have them come like dance with me as like backup dancers to like encourage me, give me confidence." I don't know. And then I guess whatever weird Persona demon shit starts happening. I'm sure some of you have played it who are listening to this, but I'm not one of those people. So, yeah,
They've already played the
yeah.
dance one?
Yeah, 'cause it's already out. I just haven't played it yet.
Oh, interesting.
So
Rhythm games are fun. I like rhythm
I love
games.
rhythm games.
Me too. I never played one with a big story attached.
Yeah,
so-
and plus, since I'm a fan of the Persona music,
yeah, it's probably
I'm all about that.
Killer,
Like
yeah.
Final Fantasy Theater Rhythm was a 3DS game, and it's just a rhythm game with Final Fantasy music.
Yep.
That's cool though, because there's like bosses and stuff. And you have to like tap to the music, and like, but you have to tap right so you can like do special attacks and like damage the boss and shit.
that's
it's cool.
kick-ass.
It's
Nice,
cool.
man.
I've been talking nonstop. I'm sorry, everybody.
No, you actually haven't.
I've just been
I
hyped
don't
up.
think you have.
You've been talking too much.
Me and Steve are like kind of making out.
Steve.
Almost.
Oh yeah. So what I said earlier about how took that break off of The Witcher, and now it's like I was burnt out, but now I'm super psyched to go into the DLC. Now that I've given it that time. I don't know if you ever got burnt out on Destiny, but now you're fucking fully back on board. So were you ever kind of like
Yeah, there was a point where.
because it gets kind of grindy, right?
Well, no, it's just
You talked about that on the podcast at like an early episode, how you were kind of
Yeah, because what happens with
Done with
Destiny,
Destiny.
what used to happen with Destiny was that it happened when I first started playing it. Is that you get to a certain point, and I just had the best gear I could get, and the only way to get better gear was to do the raid.
yeah,
you
and
need
that's
to,
what happened to me too. I played
yeah,
it
You weren't high
on
enough
at
level,
launch, I
though.
think.
Yeah,
And I played it a while, and then when it got to that just like slog of grinding and like do your dailies, and I was like, I don't want to, and that's when I just
especially
kind
because
of
you couldn't
dropped.
skip cutscenes back then.
Yeah,
so like,
fuck
if you were doing a quest and it was like, oh, this is the daily heroic, and you're like, all right, cool, I'm gonna do that to get good gear. Well, I just sit through these cutscenes that I've seen like 4 times now
Mhm.
because of the changes.
Yeah,
But like Taken King came out and it was just like, hey, we're just changing everything for the better. Like so, like I stopped playing for a little bit before the first DLC. I think they called them expansions. Not expansions, they're DLC came out.
House of Wolves.
No, that was Dark Below. House of Wolves was the second one. So
There's already been 3.
there
DLC, and now this is an
there's
expansion.
2 DLC. There were
For making
technically
that
expansions, but they're DLC. They were barely that big. They were all right. Chris just broke your wall.
Yeah, well, I was just trying to see if there's anything behind it. Any hidden
I'm
items?
just looking for buried treasure. But yeah, so I started playing for a little while. Then I think I saw the trailer for the second DLC, and I was like, that looks like fun. So I'm gonna get like both DLCs and start playing it again. And then I did, and the problem I ran into with that is that I got to the max level because the way leveling used to work in Destiny was you would hit level 20, and then the only way to level up anymore was to get gear, because gear had light level on it. So you need like a certain amount of light on your gear to get to level like 30, and then you'd be max level. But like you can only get the best gear from like doing raids and stuff, which was just stupid.
It's a feedback loop,
Yeah,
kind of.
but it was just like, why wouldn't you just have you level up? But so then that's what happened for House of Wolves, and then I stopped playing for a little while, and then came back, and they were like, hey, we're changing all that stuff. Like now you level up to 40 through XP, and then light level is just like a bonus stat. Like you still need to get light, but it's a lot easier. It's not like, all right, well I need to get level 30. I'm level 26 right now. This piece of gear has 50 light. That one has 56, so that's gonna get me like halfway to 27. It's like it was really complicated.
Take
and
it off,
confusing.
and now you're back to level 20.
Yeah, and now it's like, all right, well, like everything doesn't have a light level. It's just like, well, this gun has 290 attack, so that's gonna bump my light level up a bunch. It's like it's a average of all your gear. So it finds all your gear, adds them up, just divides it, and then it's like, all right, that's what light level you are.
Cool.
And it's just like a helpful stat. So it's like, you'll do quests, and you'll be like, well, this is level 36 quest, this is level like 40 quest, and then we stuff was like, well, this is level 40, but it's hard, and you need it suggests light level 240. So if you had like light
It's
level,
just like in World of Warcraft. You might be level 80, but you can't do a heroic dungeon. You're going to need good gear.
yeah. So it's just like, you need better stuff to do it.
Yeah.
But
That sounds like it makes a lot more sense
it
now.
is. It's
I'm
way
much more
easier.
interested in going back now.
It's
You know what
great.
makes me want to go back more than any other thing? Is that fucking Destiny t-shirt you have.
Oh, I love that.
I don't know why, but that t-shirt's so cool.
Now, were these complaints that you think other players had, and they're listening to their fans?
Yeah, that's 100% what was like. People gave Bungie a lot of shit because of how like weird Destiny was. Like there was like no story. It was like, oh hey, here's like a couple of cutscenes that don't tell you anything. If you want to read this, you want to know the story, go read these Grimoire cards you acquire throughout the game on Bungie. But you can only you can only learn basically the whole story if you did every single thing in Destiny. Because you can't just like go read someone else's. You have to just read your own.
I mean, is there like a wiki page that
No,
you can?
I mean you could, yeah. But I'm saying like there was literally just like there's literally a part in the story where it's like, oh yeah, you probably want to know all these cool stories, but like I don't have time to tell you, so like you're just not gonna learn it.
Yeah.
It was just
And
like
then there was just the people also like on the other side of it being like, gamers are so lazy they won't just go read it. That's probably not what they sounded like. But there's people on both sides being like, what the fuck, Bungie, why don't you just put this in here? And there's people on the other side being like, what the fuck, players, why won't you just go and read it? And I get both.
If it was in game,
If it was in game, I would read it all, right?
But like,
Don't make me like go online.
yeah.
Well, the thing is, if it was in game and it was an optional thing, the people who were complaining about reading it wouldn't have to read it anyway.
Like I read so much shit in The Witcher because it was right in front of me.
Right, but you weren't forced to.
Right.
So they might as well have put it in the game. I feel like it was just laziness on Bungie's behalf, but
Yeah, but anyway, they
Maybe they did it to like so they just
I don't
wouldn't
know.
like bulk up the menus and there's not all this like text
No,
floating
there's-
around. I don't know.
they did it because they knew like 12-year-old nerds were going to play it. They didn't care about story and they wanted to fucking kill monsters.
Fucking 12-year-old nerds.
12-year-old nerds. The
Well,
demographic.
the
by
worst
way,
nerds.
it's a great game to kill monsters in.
Yeah.
That's like the one thing is it's been just consistently like super fun to play. Like everything about it, like the shooting is super fun, the special moves you get and all that stuff because it's like an RPG too.
Mm-hmm.
Because you pick a class, pick a race. The
You
race
pick your
doesn't do
nose.
anything. You pick your nose. Well, you can't. It just comes with your face. But and then you pick a class and like you level up the class and there's like different subclasses, like almost like talent trees, and you pick which stuff you want. And it's just like the Taken King was just like Bungie was like, all right, so here's everything we messed up, and here's everything that people just like kept doing, because they like this is year 2 of Destiny. They've changed a bunch of stuff. There's a bunch of like weapons in year 1 that's like there's 2 weapons in particular that like you had to have basically in year 1 of Destiny, and if you didn't have them, you were basically useless. It was Galahorn, which is exotic rocket launcher, which was like necessary for PvE, like any of it, and then there was Thorn, which was an exotic hand cannon, which was necessary for PvP. And they were just like, all right, we're bringing some exotics over into year 2. So like if you have them, you can rebuy them when they're higher level.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, yeah, and some of them we aren't. Because we don't want it to be stuck where it's like, all right, we're going to do a raid. Does everyone have a Gallahorn? Oh, you don't? Well, you can't do the raid because it's not going to go as quickly as if you had it. Because literally just people would just be like, all right, I'm going to quit this gun.
That's
We
shitty.
go, boom, raid boss is dead. Next thing, boom, raid boss is dead. And Bungie was like, well, we just fucked up by basically making all the bosses bullet sponges. Now it's more complex.
That's good.
There's a boss fight where you fight 2 dudes at once, or you fight a dude, you get him down to half health, he leaves. The other dude comes in, you get him to half health, he leaves. You fight a bunch of ads in the middle of it, and then they both come out, and it's like a little bit different. They're stronger. They have like some different moves, and then it's like Ornstein Smog, where it's like
I was just about to say that
exactly
sounds
what it's
like a Dark Souls
because
fight.
you kill one of them, and then the other one gets extra powers from like part of it's like gear flies off to the other one, and it's just like they were like, all right. I played that on the harder difficulty when like I was just barely able to do it, and it was just like one of the most fun moments I've had in Destiny because like it was me and 2 other random people. We weren't talking to each other, but it was just really hard, and it was like we can do this because like I know we can, but just like it was just really close. Like there was just so many enemies and it was explosions, and I was like, this is fantastic. This game's amazing. I wish this is how it was from the very beginning because I never would have stopped playing it.
Yeah.
Because it's like and like stuff drops more often, so it's not just like where in Destiny you'd be like, oh, I really like the way I look right now. I got this cool armor, it looks dope. Oh, I just got like a raid gear that looks stupid, but it's like 6 light better, so I have to equip it.
Yeah.
Now it's like, well, I like the way this gear looks. It's all legendary gear. Oh, that blue just dropped. It has better armor, but I can just infuse my gear and make it better armor, and I can still keep the way I look.
I know you do the exact same thing in Dark Souls. When you've reached a certain level and you're like, you know what you're doing, and you're just finally like, fuck it, I don't care which gear is good. I'm just gonna wear whatever looks
Yeah.
cool.
Well, that's what they did. They fixed it so that now you can take some like stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I like the way this gear looks. I like the stats on it, but it doesn't have as much defense or attack as the other stuff does. So then you just infuse it with the other stuff, and then boom, now the defense is back up. You just like you don't have to. It's not like a constant. Oh, now I gotta go change out for that stuff. Like, oh, now I gotta change it. It's like, oh, I like the way this looks. I'm just gonna keep wearing it and just make it better.
What do you play as? With
Titan.
class? Titan? Yeah.
I switched. I started off as a warlock.
Yeah, you were Warlock when we played.
It was fun. Then I made a Titan, and that was just.
I just
that was
unplugged
it.
the mic. We good.
You're good. Made a loud noise.
Sorry.
The Titans are just. They're so much. They're awesome. They're the best.
What was that
class.
movie you were telling me about?
Which movie?
There's something you were telling me about the other day.
Remember the Titans.
Yeah,
Remember
that's what it was.
yeah.
talking
Oh,
about.
yeah.
Yeah, that's their super. It's called Remember the Titans. A football team comes out and kills everybody.
Denzel comes out.
Somebody throws a breakthrough. No. Ooh.
Denzel goes John Q on everybody, and
John Q.
and kills
I've seen that movie
fucking-
so many times because it's
what's
just
his name there?
always on fucking TV.
Who's the
Or it
other
used
guy?
to be. Who?
Who's-
What?
Who's the doctor?
I don't remember.
Oh, John
James
Q.
Woods.
Oh, yeah, John Q.
It's James Woods.
Oh, yeah, John Q.
So
So
just
yeah,
like, yo,
Steve,
bro, like
Taken King.
my son, dog, he's not doing well. James Woods, and James like, well, Denzel, it's gonna cost you money, a lot of money.
So this is that was basically like that was the publisher saying like it's gonna cost a lot of money. Destiny was the child, but Bungie was John Q. And they were like,
Sure.
we're holding up this
I
hospital
don't know what's going
and we're
on.
getting our son a new heart.
Great.
And that was the Taken King.
Great film, honestly.
Honestly?
I fucking love John Q.
Honestly,
Solid dude. 8 out of 10.
pretty good, pretty good. So yeah, Steve,
Get this.
having a good time.
Yeah, it's great.
Maybe I'll upgrade.
You should. It's
I'm just so tired all the time that I
it's
can't
60
play
bucks
multiplayer.
to get it now. Like you can't buy regular Destiny anymore. You have to buy that. But it comes with both previous DLC, which you need to play Taken King. So you can't just go, I'm gonna buy the Taken King for $40.
I'm level like 27 anyway.
Yeah,
so-
well that's how I know if you do Taken King quest. You need to be level 25.
Oh.
I
I played.
Sorry.
You know, I put my time
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, well, you might be higher than that because it takes all of the gear you had like total, like, everything,
Oh.
even your like across all your characters, and like puts you up based on that. So you might be a little bit higher level, but you get to use a cool void bow,
Cool.
and you know I'll
Cool.
throw.
Speaking
throw
of
fire
bows, that
hammers.
Bloodborne DLC.
Oh yeah, I forgot there's a
That's
bow
me
in it.
sipping the Bloodborne tea.
It's I mean it's sad though because it comes
It's hot
out
and full of blood.
around the same time as Fallout 4.
Yeah. True.
What does the Bloodborne DLC?
Yeah.
Pour little vats into that
What is
Bloodborne tea. It's fogging up your glasses a little bit because it's so hot.
I fucking hate when that happens, dude.
Oh, it's awful.
When you get out of like an air conditioned car when
Mhm.
it's super hot out.
You're like, oh, I'm blind.
Yeah, and you feel like you're snorkeling. You know what I mean?
I don't have that problem.
And then Giselle
Take it
throws
out
you
of
the football and you can't see it. And she's like, hey, Butterfingers, try catching a football.
Hey!
And you're like, I can't, Giselle. I can't see.
All right, enough voices. So Joe, when you get your PS4 in Destiny?
Whenever we get the Chomp Chain Podcast credit card, I
Yeah.
already told you, we're going to charge a PS4 Destiny bundle. We're going to charge Steve. You're going to get an Xbox One, and then we're going to put a shitload of.
I'm going to get a
Wait,
ton of action
At
figures.
least wave one of the amiibos.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
already got 2 of them from Wave. Well, actually, that's
Hey, I got
Mario is Wave 1.
I got a heavy hitter.
What do
I have Link, regular Link, and I have Marth.
Amiibos? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
those are both Wave 1.
Yeah.
So is my Mario, but my Yoshi is actually a Mario Party.
Look at that mustache on Mario. That
Oh,
thing is
it's-
so prominent.
I mean, it always is. Look behind you. You can see the development of his mustache
Oh yeah.
through the years, through the 30 years.
That's what I should have named my cat. So when he goes outside and I call him in, and I just go Mario. Said it's just Master Cheese, aka Sully, aka Scully, from because I.
No, it's not. No,
I know, but
no.
no, because I constantly accidentally call my cat Scully, like from the X Files,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
accidentally call Scully from the X Files Sully. I've just mixed them up.
'Cause you
But
love
really, it's Sully like
Monsters Inc.
Nathan Drake.
Nathan Drake, like hey no, like that's Sully.
All right. So anyway, Taken King.
Yes.
Definitely get it. It's great. Joe, what have you been playing?
All right, so a couple episodes ago, I was talking about how I didn't really have a game to play. I played Half-Life. I beat it. I'm going to talk about that next episode because I kind of fucking shit through that game. Like I just played it super quick, and then just kind of forgot about it. Loved it. I'll talk about that later. However, I was looking for a game to play on the PC, not because I wanted to play some high-end crazy graphics game, just because I only have a PC and a Wii U, and I've kind of exhausted Wii U's resources for the moment with Mario making. I've been
Sure.
playing that a lot.
You're Mario made.
I'm a Mario
You've been
maid.
Mario made.
Yeah,
You're a made Mario.
I'm a fucking made Mario. Yeah, I'm
Made in
like,
Man Mario.
Yeah,
Like
except I think-
that was a Made in Manhattan joke, which is a Jennifer Lopez movie? Not important. Continue.
you tell me.
I'm not.
I had two older sisters. I was exposed to a lot of things.
I have an older sister, and I wasn't exposed to that.
My sisters were bullies.
Well,
They held you down and farted on you and made you watch Made in Manhattan.
yeah.
watch it. Watch it. Right on. Yeah, so I was just looking on the Steam shop, and I was like, I came across this game called, I think it was called Bloodsport or whatever.
Like the
Whatever it's
We were
called.
texting about that.
And it's like that football.
Oh,
Blood
Blood
Bowl.
Bowl.
Yeah,
Two.
Bloodsport.
Not
That's-
Bloodsport,
that's
the movie
yeah.
with Jean-Claude Van
Can I
Damme.
talk about the game real quick? It's like turn-based strategy. I thought it was an actual football game. That's
I did
boring.
too. So I
Like Joe's
realized
favorite series, Fire Emblem.
I realized it was not for me, and I pondered. I was like, should I get this? And I was like, no, I'm not gonna. And no one on my friends list had it at the time, so I was like, fuck that. So
Fuck a friends
I go to
list.
indie games and I go to top selling, and I see this game up there called Undertale, and I was like, I've never heard of this. I have no idea what this is. Let me see if any of my friends are playing. So one of my good friends, who I won't name because I don't want to, do that. He had it on his Steam account and he had like 10 and a half hours into it. And I texted him and I was like, hey, dude, like, how's this game Undertale? And he gave me like a very detailed description about it and he told me how he felt. And I was sold. And I was like, you know what? I haven't played. It's a JRPG, I should say. I haven't
You're
played.
walking to my territory
I
right
am,
now.
and I have not played a JRPG in years. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to give this fucking shit a shot.
Is it actually Japanese or is that just like the genre?
It's the genre. It's not
okay,
Japanese.
so it's just like styled after.
Right.
Gotcha.
It was $10. I downloaded it. I've already put about 4.5 hours into it, and it is probably the most charming game I've ever played in my life. It's incredible. It was made by one guy.
Oh, that's awesome.
One dude. And I'm not going to give much away because it's something you really should experience for yourself if you're a fan of those kind of games. It's the highest rated PC game on Metacritic right now, which is saying a lot because that's really the only source I trust for reviews and ratings. It has like a 96. PC Gamer gave it a 91. It's getting like crazy good scores. However, don't look at a lot of the reviews because people will spoil some things.
Okay.
But you're a human. You've been dropped into a world of monsters, and you need to get the fuck out, or you're trapped there forever. But the monsters are all super nice. They're super funny, and you're looked at more as the villain
Okay.
than they are.
Like I Am Legend.
Right, but it's way different.
Yes. Well, it's just a novel anyway. No one's gonna read that.
Yeah, anyway, so
It's also like Chris at his place of employment. Oh, sorry. I just... You're trapped in a world of monsters, but they're all nice and friendly.
most of them are, I should say. The soundtrack is 10 out of 10. It's absolutely incredible. I'm going to play a song on it before we end. Maybe I'll use it as the outro song. I'll even fucking shoot the guy an email and make sure it's cool because I don't want to get in trouble. But yeah, it's the game promotes talking out of battle instead of attacking in battle. So if you're getting attacked by an enemy, like a random enemy, your options are to attack, to use an item, or to act. And when you act, it's you saying something to the monster to try to get him to not to fight you. So if he's like huge and has big muscles, you'd be like, oh, dude, like you look great. Like let's have a flexing contest. And then I did that, for example, with one of the big jacked guys, and he flexed himself out of the battle, and I won. And he said some like wicked funny like bodybuilding joke. It's just shit like that. It's really charming. It's really funny.
That's awesome.
It's a fucking emotional roller coaster. It just like tests your moral judgment more than any other game I've ever played in my life. And I'm only 4.5 hours in, and I already have these feelings towards it. I think it's like a 10-hour, 11-hour game. It's gonna be one of my favorites, honestly. I can tell
That's
by
awesome.
the time I'm done.
That rules.
And I don't really like JRPGs that much, but the combat system is really cool. You have a heart, but it's called your soul.
Don't we all?
And every time you level up, you upgrade your soul and you become stronger.
My soul.
When you're getting attacked by enemies, if they do attack you, you can move your heart around with the arrows on the keyboard to dodge their actual physical attacks.
Would that my own heart would be so flexible.
Right. That would be nice. And when you're actually attacking instead of acting, as I said earlier, they're timed attacks with a space bar. You need to get it into the, they have like a red area, a yellow area, a green area. The closest you stop the point in the green, the harder you hit, etc. You can equip items. It's not that deep of a game, but you can do a lot. The characters are fucking awesome. The music's fucking awesome. The story's fucking awesome. You need to play it. It's really good, and I'm super impressed with it, and I couldn't be more proud of the man who made it.
That's
I
awesome.
I don't know his name. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna
Shout out.
shout out to you.
Shout out to you.
Phantom Man.
Insert name
I'm
here.
gonna be emailing you to see if I can use the music on our podcast.
If only you had some device within arm's reach where you could look up who made this game.
I'll do that sometime when someone else is talking.
You know
But
what I started playing?
It's fun, man. You guys should really check it out.
I looked at my.
Oh, look, Chris is talking. He's
Yeah,
going
I'm
to be
talking
talking for a
again.
while, so why don't you look that up right now, Joe?
I looked at my save for this game, and I guess I originally started playing it in 2011, but it's called Vagrant Story.
No.
People may know it. I think it
it's
came
not
out in like 2000. It's go pee, Dylan. Spoilers. Dylan's peeing. We'll film it. It'll be on the podcast. It'll be on the Twitter. No, all right. So I'm playing this game called Vagrant Story. Came out in 2000. It's a SquareSoft like JRPG. But the thing about this, it's not. I think Dylan just
way to
fell.
close the door,
I think he
Dylan.
just fell into the toilet. Steve, close the door. Thank you. Sorry, everybody. We're very professional here on the Chomp Chain podcast. Okay. Dylan should be here for this. Let's talk about something else. Let's make fun of him. No.
I like how you automatically thought I was being mean to you when I said you were talking, but I was just going to say that you were talking for a long time so
Oh.
Joe could look that up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well.
Well, you lied to me, though. You said you were going to play Life is Strange, and then you didn't.
Whoa.
I mean, you still can't. I imagine you would just wait till the 20th, because that's when the 5th episode is probably going to come out.
We're just stalling. We're stalling until Dylan gets
No,
back.
we're not stalling. I got some info. Hold on. It's that's my thinking song.
Those are reviews.
Fuck. God damn it, these are reviews. What's your name, buddy? What's your fucking name? Because I don't want
Hey,
to. I
listeners.
don't want any potential spoilers, dude.
We love you.
Yeah, you do it.
Hi, I'm Dr. Allen Podcast, and you're listening to the Chomp Chain Podcast.
Toby Fox.
I
Toby.
sold it from me doing it.
The
Hey,
developer's
oh, is that
name-
from something?
Listen to me, sir.
It's from the Crawl Show.
What?
That, like, it's like that guy's videos, whatever. That voice
it?
is. It's not
I was just doing the NPR. Like, this
No.
podcast is brought to you by
you did it
Stamps.com.
more like the Nick Kroll thing. Anyway, continue, Joe.
Developer is Toby Fox. That's probably just his like.
It's cool.
Developer
It's
name.
cool. Well, shout out to Toby.
Toby Fox. You make a phenomenal game. Whoever, if you made the music as well, sir, I applaud you.
I don't think he's listening.
Well, you know what? Maybe he is. I'm gonna like stalk this guy.
Okay, good.
Because I hope he releases more things.
Good.
But really, guys, anyone who's interested in a JRPG, he's changing that genre. It's
Changing his diaper.
Dude, I can't even explain how good it is. It's really good. The gameplay elements are fucking far better than I ever expected, and I'm super stoked on it. And I'll be talking about it for the next couple episodes. Steve.
I'm on the actual website for Undertale, and for the soundtrack, he's listed under the soundtrack too, so he must have done it
Great.
as well. You can get both the soundtrack and the game for $17.99
That's a great price.
or $9.99 each.
I think there's like almost 100 tracks I saw on the soundtrack.
What?
Yeah, dude, it's. I don't know how long this guy was developing this game for, but it's a fucking 10 out of 10. So
An hour, like at least an hour.
probably an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you probably put like in like at least like an 8-hour day.
Yeah,
For
a
sure.
full work day.
So anyway, yeah. Now that Dylan's back.
Wait,
What
real,
up?
Real quick before you go on, are we gonna do Twitter?
I don't know. Maybe let's save the spooky Twitter for another episode. What do you think?
Probably should.
We can
We can probably spread it out over more than one episode.
Yeah, I mean, it is October.
Yeah.
It can be just spooky month.
Okay. Well, we'll get to it. Yeah, we'll get to it in a minute.
Yeah, do your thing.
So this game, Vagrant Story, 2000, the year, SquareSoft,
The place.
JRPG.
The company.
Okay, so I haven't
The
played
style.
like a ton of this game. I started a couple years ago and then put it down for whatever reason. And my girlfriend just got me a PS1 copy of it because I've started kind of collecting old games and stuff. Nothing before the PS1 era though. I'm not that crazy.
Because you're a PlayStation
But yeah,
fanboy.
yeah, I am a PlayStation fanboy. This game is super cool, and this might pique your interest, Dylan. It's like Final Fantasy meets Metal Gear Solid, the original, with VATS from
Nice.
Fallout. And you're like this kind of like special agent kind of guy. He's a knight, like the Knights of Peace, something like that. And he's like hunting down a cult leader who's doing some spooky stuff. And this is just in the intro of the game. I haven't played any more than this, but I think he gets framed for a murder, the main character. His name's Ashley Riot. There's a guy, his name is Ashley Riot. Ashley was a big name in JRPGs. Wild Arms 2, the main character's name is Ashley. I don't know. It's just a thing. Anyway, yeah, this game is super fucking cool. Like already it has the style and presentation of Metal Gear Solid with those like camera angles and like everything's like super dramatic. I mean, nobody's talking. There's no voice acting. It's just like speech bubbles. But yeah, I'm super into this game. I'm super psyched. I just got into like for my first few battles, like unlike in Final Fantasy where it just like stops and then cuts out. Sorry, I burped again. I'm very burpy these last two episodes. It cuts out. That wasn't me. That was dumb. Cuts like in Final Fantasy, yeah, it cuts out, breaks away, and then you're in a turn-based battle. This, it's just like right there, and enemies will run up to you with their weapons drawn, and you have to press circle, and it goes basically into VATS, and everything stops, and you select which body part you want to attack, and it'll tell you like how much damage that will do based on like their total percentage and like your chance of hitting it, and then yeah, you attack their body parts, and then they can do the same to you. So I assume like if
Can
they
you
like
attack the penis?
I don't believe I've fought a penis monster yet, but I'll be on the lookout. I'll let you
dick
know.
monster,
I'll
dude?
tweet you about dick monsters. It is a Japanese game.
That would not surprise me if it was in it.
But yeah, this game, I'm just super fucking into it. Like I've tried to like dabble into older games, and it's a little bit harder sometimes, especially PS1 era.
Yeah.
No matter how good those games are, it's kind of hard to get into them if you've never played them before.
Right.
But this game is just something about it. It's just fucking like immediately captured me. And I think I've maybe said this before. Maybe I just told you, Dylan. The subtitle for this game is The Phantom Pain.
Huh.
Yeah. Yeah. And hold on, I'm going to read you this thing that it like starts with. I actually posted this on Twitter earlier, but it's so fucking dramatic. It's like this intro like screen of like text. And it says, "The body is but a vessel for the soul, a puppet which bends to the soul's tyranny. And lo, the body is not eternal, for it must feed on the flesh of others, lest it return to the dust whence it came. Therefore must the soul deceive, despise, and murder men."
Damn,
That's
dude.
how this fucking game starts. Like,
That-
shun, dun, dun, dun,
That
dun.
literally sounds like it's from Undertale because it's very soul-y as
Yeah.
well. Max.
Shit's fucking. It was heavy. And I'm psyched to play this game more. Like immediately, I'm into this. I'm all about it. But another thing, this game came with a demo disc from the year 2000, a SquareSoft PS1 demo disc, and I don't think I still have. I took a picture of the disc to like. I don't think I still have it on my phone though. Yeah, I do. So it has Legend of Mana is a preview for it. Threads of Fate is a demo. Chrono Cross trailer. Front Mission 3 demo. Saga Frontier trailer. Chocobo Dungeon trailer. And most importantly, a game that me and Steve played a lot of. Well, we played a lot of this demo. The Chocobo Racing demo. Not a good game, but it's a Final Fantasy racing game.
It's like a kart
for
racer?
PS1, yeah. There was one like birthday for Steve where I tried to fucking get him that game and could not find it. It was even rare back then because it's probably bad. But you could be squalling it for Final Fantasy VIII. So it was important that I played it. Never did. Anyway, what am I even talking about?
I don't know. But did you know that a monster can take a human soul when the human dies? But
Kakarot.
damn,
That's my Vegeta
the
impression,
mic's having a
sorry.
seizure right now. It stopped. That happens like once an episode. Sorry, guys. I feel like my mic is still doing the.
It's trying to go
wobbly-
Super Saiyan.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's turning yellow.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think my mic is still doing the wobbly sound thing. I
Good.
think it's either a cord issue or it's my mic. It's not as bad as last time. You guys sound great, like always.
Yeah.
But we're gonna get this fixed, ladies and germs. So it doesn't sound as bad as it did last episode.
I think once we get the new four-channel
yeah.
mixer, it'll
Yeah.
be more appropriately.
Powered.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
What are we at for time?
We are at 59:36. We can. Do you want to?
Pretty good.
Let's cover. Let's get like 2 spooky Twitter suggestions. We should do this every month. I mean, not every month. The whole month of October.
Yeah, we'll
It'll be
dedicate
the 31 days of spooky video games.
We only be recording 4 episodes.
Yeah, but we're gonna be asking every day, Steve. I'm on the Chomp Chain Twitter every day. I don't know about you, buddy.
I look at it every day. I don't go on it though.
Yeah, you're a
Mark, give me a
lurking piece
second.
of shit.
Joe.
All right. Well,
Give me a fucking
Yeah, somebody
second.
who's not me, take the reins on
I'll
this
read it.
one.
you rate them.
Joe, your
Give me a
mic.
fucking second.
Shut up, Chris. Your mic always droops and makes me sad.
Oh, these what?
It droops.
It's like a
Droops
flaccid
down.
Oh, it's
penis.
because my stand isn't tight. It droops because this.
It's never tight then because it always droops every time.
Shut up, Steve.
Okay, so we asked what, since it's October, the spookiest of months, what horror games are people playing, or what do they generally play? Like if anybody has like a tradition for this time of year. And the first response we got was from CJ, who gave us a little bit of a sad take, but one that I think I can relate to a little bit.
You're a sad guy.
So he said November through January is a pretty tough time for me. I asked him if we could share this. I didn't just I'm not gonna just bare your feelings to the world.
Yeah.
No.
Good on you. Good on you.
Yeah, well, good on him for sharing this with us.
Good on you. CJ.
November through this is at Coffee Jesus with a Z or Z on Twitter. Okay.
Jesus.
November through January is a pretty tough time for me. Not close with my folks at a time of year where people celebrate family, and strangely, survival horror has always creeps in there. I finished Dead Space, Fallout 3, and Resistance 4, or Resi 4, Resident Evil 4. Sorry, either or. Resident Evil 4 is spookier.
Reefer?
At such times, whilst being smacked off my tits on Xmas chocolate, hence enhanced reflexes. He always brings it around. He's got a silver tongue. But no, I think I heard him say that on an episode of the Humanities once, something to that effect, and I totally get that. Like around Christmas time, like the darker months. Of course, I mean it's darker out anyway. But like when everybody's like super happy and like my family's super happy, I'm like I can't relate to you. Like just like not being able to like. I don't know, bringing everybody down. But like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I know what you mean.
For me, it's always been like, there's always been a disconnect. I see the way that people are, and I see that I can't ever really be like that, and it like bums me out. But I take comfort in kind of those like darker things.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, Christmas around that time as a kid is always a time to play video games. But yeah, as an adult, I've definitely
get video games.
and get video games. But no, I totally get that. It's just like dark and dreary out, and like, yeah, I don't know. You can find in those dark and dreary games, it's like you're almost like finding a way to come out of it, like by fighting through like what is the name of the ship? It has a Japanese name in Dead Space. It doesn't matter.
Ishimura.
Is that what it is? Yeah, like
pretty
fighting
sure.
through like the necromorphs on this ship,
What was it?
the Ishimura.
Ishimura.
I don't know. Somebody
Yeah.
can correct us. But yeah, fighting through the necromorphs, and it's just like you're just fighting through like that holiday like shit, or maybe not holiday shit, but that winter like that cloud that hangs over you.
The fucking drag of winter.
And I think that, I mean, Stephen King has always said this, like, horror stories and video games certainly, I think this applies to video games as well. It's like the most effective way to deal with our shit.
Yeah.
Steve, did you figure out what it is?
Yeah, I'm sorry, it's the USG Ishimura.
Good on you. But yeah, I think that horror games, it's not just about being scared. It's about, like, good horror challenges, like, real things in real life, and it challenges things within you. It makes you deal with shit. It's not just about, like, killer clowns from outer space. It's about, you know...
I love that
It's
movie.
just about dealing with shit and like stuff that you don't want to think about, and that's what Silent Hill is all about. As we've talked about in the past, Silent Hill 2 especially,
Yeah.
dealing with that whole like sexual weirdness
Aggression,
of it all, and
yeah.
like dealing with guilt in these just like really interesting ways that on a surface level, if you're not reading into it, it's just a spooky game about spooky monsters in a spooky town. But
It's got a deeper meaning.
yeah, and I think the act of playing a game, especially, you may not even realize what it is. But it's just like, you know, everybody's happy and I maybe don't feel that way. But I'm going to play this game and this game's going to pull me through the winter. And I don't know. I'm maybe not expressing it the right way, but CJ, I think I know where you're coming from.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that you have your games.
And
to
we're
get
glad
through.
you shared it with us.
Yeah, as always.
For sure.
So hop on an airplane around November. Come to Massachusetts.
And
Sit around with the Chomp Chain podcast. We'll play some spooky games, and we'll be your family. It'll be fun.
Yeah, and we'll record with you.
Yeah. That's an open invite
And then we'll
as well.
We'll recruit you for our show. And then we're gonna climb all the way to the top, baby.
Yep.
We'll climb to the top.
All right, let me see. What else we got here?
You got a
Let's get-
few more.
Talk
Yeah,
about
let's get-
something. Talk
Let's
about
get like
something
one
else.
or two more.
I don't really play survival horror games or really any type of game around October or in these like dark months. But just on the subject of them, Resident Evil has always been one of my it's one of my earliest games that I've ever played, and it's one of the ones that I look back fondly on. And I don't know, like those first few ones are very imperfect. 1, 2, Nemesis, and like Code Veronica. There's a lot to complain about, but I think, and I'm definitely not like the first person to say this, the shitty controls in that game make it
Scary.
yeah, that makes it that much
Tense.
more of a challenge. And
Yeah.
I think for me, I don't know if I really go to video games to deal with things that I don't want to deal with. I more of music and film with that.
Yeah, I've been using them as an escape for my entire life.
No, I know what
I'm
you mean.
just not gonna deal with anything.
But in Resident Evil, especially like with the PS4 port remake, the whole remaster, I played that with the original controls.
Oh, I didn't know you could change it.
Yeah, you can do it with these optimized ones. I played it with the original ones just because that's how I remember the game, and I did enjoy the whole like, oh shit, oh no, I'm turning before I walk, and I'm walking in the wrong direction. Shit, gotta turn. But something like The Last of Us, my most recent memory of a terrifying moment in a video game was there's like it's about halfway through The Last of Us. You get separated from Ellie, and you're in this. The basement of some building, and there's no lights on. Is it the hotel? And you have to start the generator.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So when you start
Part of the game, yeah.
when you start this generator, immediately you're going to it just starts like it triggers an event where all the clickers and
Stalkers.
the stalk
ones that
yes
hide.
right, they just start coming at you in waves, and you have to deal with them in like a sort of methodical way so that you don't end up turning the wrong corner and then run into a bloater and get just decimated. So the first time I did it, I got absolutely crushed. The second time I did it, I got killed very gruesomely. I think the bloater ripped my mouth apart. And then the third time I was like, okay, I game faced myself and I was like, I'm going to do this. I know my route. I'm just going to pop the generator, deal with these 3 immediate ones in this room, and then I'm just gonna beeline for the room. And I dealt with the 3 in the room, and then I just start running down the hallway, and I'm being flanked by something, I don't remember which, some scary spooky monster, and they're behind me, they're on my side. I just paused the game, and I was like hyperventilating. It's like all right, okay, I can do this. I can fucking do this. I can do this. And then, oh yeah, you have to get the key card, and then, so I think even that time when I paused it and game faced myself again, I ran to the door, realizing I needed the key card, and I was like, no, and I just got completely killed. But it was the fear of dying and doing it again that really, really added to that, and that's something that I got from Resident Evil times 1,000, because in the era of those saves,
Auto saves.
Right, ink ribbon and finding. You not only do you have to find a place to save, you have to have an item to save with. So you could very, very easily lose hours and hours of progress in Resident Evil. So that made it that much more tense for me. So that's really what I got to say about RE1, 2, and Trace.
About that situation in The Last of Us. I think my first time I was just as scared, had definitely some difficulty with that. But I remember looking at the list of trophies, and it said I believe it says something about killing stalkers, like kill the regular ones and then clickers or bloaters. I don't know, don't quote me on that. But I remember reading about there being stalkers in the game in some form or another. And I was like, what the fuck is a stalker? It was only when I was aware that they were in the game that I started to notice them on my second playthrough. First playthrough, I think I was so frantic in that I didn't realize that they were a different enemy type, and that because they look sort of the same. They're like halfway between a normal zombie. They're not zombies, but infected. Halfway between an infected and a clicker. But yeah, they hide from you. They like play tricks on you and shit, and they laugh and they scream and they sob. They do all these really creepy things. And it was only when I realized that they were doing it that it became even more terrifying. When I was like, well, the first time I had just basically ignored them, thought they were normal, and just ran by them and did my thing and just tried to kill them. But when I realized that they were hiding from me, that's when I was like, oh fuck. it became like it got in my head that they were now hiding from me. So where normally I kind of could just deal with them, now that I knew about it, I was like double fucked.
Adds a whole new element of spookiness.
Yeah.
I'm gonna replay Zombie U. I never beat it. I played a lot of it, played a ton of it. People trash that game, but I was a big fan upon release, and I still love it. I think back on it fondly, so I think I'm gonna go back to that and try to actually beat it this time.
That's all for everything else now too.
I noticed that, and I'm pretty sure that they announced a sequel. Did they not?
I'm not positive, but I think it's funny.
We're not going to hear. Chomp
just called-
Podcast exclusive.
Zombie now.
No, I really
Zombie V.
I'm pretty sure that somebody either leaked the sequel or it was just like a fake leak. I'm not sure, but that game is a lot better than people give it credit for. So if you have a Wii U and you want to do something spooky, play.
No, I'm going to play
Zombie.
PT again.
I was
I
just
would
gonna
love
say
to
we
do
should
that.
have a Chomp Chain Let's Play of PT.
Why not? Why not?
It's
One
shorter
year
now.
later, like
Yeah.
come back.
Joe's never played it, right?
I've played it.
He did.
Oh, okay.
You know what? I realized I've played that game a lot, an embarrassing amount of times. I've never played it alone.
You're an asshole.
Every time I've played it, it's always been me showing somebody. Maybe like the second time I played it by myself.
It's because you're scared.
It's because I'm scared.
You're definitely
No, but the first time I played it with
I
Steve,
peeked.
and then I had everybody over to play it, like as like a group, and then I had my friend Josh over, our friend Josh, not just my
I
friend.
was gonna say I like Josh too, buddy.
And then Dylan came over and played it,
Chris's friend.
and I played it with my
Friends them.
sister, and I played it with my girlfriend, and like I just kept showing people, but I never played it by myself.
Dude, go home tonight, turn the lights off,
Ooh, that's a good idea.
and just fucking sit there and get scared.
That's a good idea. Last year,
It'd be even better if you had my headphones, surround sound.
I
Headphones.
have my Bose headphones I can
I'll
plug
put those
into.
in.
They're fucking dope.
Get scared, dog.
I'm gonna do that. I'm totally gonna do it.
I'm gonna play Undertale.
this
And probably like cry.
or last year, yeah, I played PT and I played The Evil Within a lot. Remember that game?
I played like 30 minutes of that game and kind of forgot about
I
it.
did
Yeah,
10, 12 hours of it, but I never beat it.
not great.
Maybe I'll go back.
I didn't think it was great.
Yeah, it was like RE4, but like just not as good.
It was Bethesda too. I mean, I thought that was gonna be killer.
Yeah, Shinji Mikami, the creator of Resident Evil, or at least Resident Evil 4. I can be confirmed.
All right,
Anyway,
are we doing
so,
one more? Or
yeah, we have
wrapping?
one more from Josh Crow at Morbid Beard.
All right,
A
quickly.
boy. He says, I'm with CJ. Dead Space is one I turn to at this time of year. I should now be adding Alien Isolation to that list. And weirdly, Condemned Criminal Origins. It hasn't aged well, but it's a personal fave of mine. It reminds me of 7. I haven't played Alien
The
Isolation.
movie 7.
Or, yes.
Okay.
Or Condemned.
What's in the box? I already made a
Yeah,
reference to
yeah,
that
you did.
movie earlier.
I haven't played either of those other games, but I totally get, like, especially Silent Hill.
I thought you played Dead Space.
No, I did. Not
the
Alien
other two?
Isolation. Or,
Okay, I'm
I
sorry.
hear really good things about that. It's weird because I think the IGN review gave it like a 5 or something abysmal, but like the fan reaction to it has been overwhelmingly positive.
It's
People
because
seem
they
to
didn't
love
get paid to highly review that
Probably.
game. I remember when Alien fucking, what was the first one that they were going to do that was supposed to come out on Wii U? And shit?
Marine something.
Yeah, Colonial Marines. Yeah, that never came out. Bummer.
Yeah. More like Colonial
It
Weens.
didn't come out on Wii U anyway. It might have came out on something else.
I know there's some like shitty alien games.
Yeah,
coming
you know
out
what?
recently.
You know what? I
No, Isolation.
loved the fuck. That's right, the fuck out of Dead Space when I played it, and then
I remember watching you play
I got that super close to when Dead Space 2 came out. So I played the first one, and then I think a couple weeks later, Dead Space 2 was out. Got the collector's edition, had the cool like laser gun thing. It would light up.
cutter?
Yeah, the plasma cutter.
Were you just burnt out at that point?
No. I played
you
through
played
Dead
it?
Space 2 like at least 2 or 3 times. I fucking love that game. I never played the third one though, and I haven't played them since 2011, 2012, maybe before that, 2010. Numbers, years, 2008, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Those are all years.
Numbers.
Anyway, yeah, no, I haven't played it in a long time, but
Play them.
with these, yeah, everybody's bringing it up.
Spooky Cast. Play
I
'em.
really like those games, so maybe I still got them. Steve, do you have my Dead Space 2?
Dive in.
I do. I wouldn't play through them. I've heard it's not great.
Yeah,
It's like
same.
co-op the whole time, so
Yeah.
it's like not scary anymore.
I don't need it. Isaac Clarke doesn't need that.
No.
That's his name, right?
Yeah.
Isaac Clarke.
Yeah, that's a badass name.
Didn't talk in the
I
first one.
disagree.
He did not talk in the first game.
That's a cornball name.
He's an engineer, a space engineer.
He fights a bunch
His
of
name's
zombies.
Isaac Clarke.
Or
It makes
Star
sense,
Wars.
right, Joe?
Let me sleep on it, Chris. I'll tell you next episode
Taking that
if it makes sense.
Present back,
Dude,
Joe.
I can't wait to open this thing. That's why
I can't wait for you to open it
You know,
too.
other name isn't cool, Joe. Gordon Freeman.
That's just simply a lie, Steve.
That
You
was
mean
machine gun
my
fire.
Halloween costume?
Yeah. Well, anyway.
Gonna be dope.
All right, we'll do more spooky related stuff as we go.
Yep.
We have some plans.
We got some
we-
For some
plans.
future episodes. Yeah.
Are you gonna film me unboxing this thing? We can do it real quick.
I'm gonna film your butt. Yeah.
Yeah, film my ass, baby.
Mhm.
Won't be the first time.
Unbuckle that belt.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right, we're gonna check out of here.
Okay, we good?
good, yeah.
At Podcast Chomp on Twitter, y'all know. If you listen to us on iTunes, I'm gonna be one of those shills who says, please like rate and review us.
Yeah, it helps.
It does help.
Even if you don't, we won't know.
Doesn't matter. Yeah.
But if you want to be nice and throw
It's no
us
fucking
5
difference
stars,
to us. No, it
Yeah.
is. I don't know.
we could always use more attention and more positive feedback. So
That's something that I think we should all do more of anyway. If you like a podcast, you should probably just
Help
rate
them
and review.
out.
I've done it for a few podcasts.
me too. It's helpful for
It
everybody.
just takes 2 seconds. I don't realize it though because you have to like click on a thing and then like do it, and I just never did it, and then now I do.
Because you know that it's helping people out. It's
Yep.
going to a good cause.
Yep.
So yeah.
And there's never a lot of them on like any podcast.
No. It's,
Even like really popular ones, like the max is like they have like 300,
yeah. So yeah.
which is a lot. So.
At Podcast Chomp on Twitter. We also have Facebook. We're not as active on that.
Yeah, because it's just people we know in real life.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Are we called the Chomp Chain Podcast, or are we Chomp Chain and this is our podcast?
Both.
Both, yeah.
I've always thought of it as the
The
Chomp Chain
Pod-
podcast.
Me
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
We're not Chomp Chain. We're
It's,
We're Chomp Chain Podcast.
it's endlessly
Both
more
Chomp Chain.
Googleable,
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
Good word.
not
Googleable.
easy to-
Googleable.
If you type in Chomp Chain, you ain't gonna find us. Chomp Chain Podcast though, we're there.
Which is
Hopefully at one point you'll be able to
it's
find us.
unfortunate that so many other people got the name of Chain Chomp wrong.
Yeah.
I wish it was just me, but
No, you're not the first.
no, I'm not a special little flower.
Unfortunate. So yeah, follow us on Twitter. Get some updates. You can see some pictures of me holding up my new action figure that I'm fucking gonna tear into like a little kid on Christmas once this is stopped. So yeah, everyone's just staring at me. So I guess
Yeah,
that's it.
open it up.
All right, cool. See you guys next week.
Okay.
Thanks for
Peace.
listening.
piece of American shit.